We need to identify government. Lastly, government. What are the responsibilities that a finance manager may have towards the government? Government. What do you think? Claudette? Claudette, you've not contributed today, including Emmanuel. Catherine says payment of taxes. Payment of taxes. Payment of tax. I expect you to give me more than 5. Wilson says prudent submission of taxes. Prudent submission of taxes. Of course, Catherine, taxes must come first. Tax compliance. That is a responsibility. Tax compliance. 1, tax compliance. That is one key role that the finance manager has to play, okay, towards the government. A finance manager must ensure that the organization complies with all applicable tax laws, and that involves timely and accurate filing of tax returns, adherence to tax payment schedules, and also the implementation of effective tax planning strategies within the legal framework. Tax compliance. Let me hear from you again. Adherence to the country's financial laws. Wilson says adherence to companies' financial laws. Adherence to financial laws. That is good, Kiprop. Just like tax compliance, we can say adherence to companies' financial laws is what in 2 words can be termed as regulatory compliance. In 2 words, regulatory compliance. Regulatory financial compliance. Okay. The finance manager is to stay informed about and to comply with all financial regulations and reporting requirements that are imposed by the government authorities, and that may involve working closely with regulatory bodies and adapting to changes in financial laws. Adapting to changes in financial laws. That's a good point, Mr. Wilfred Wilson Kiprop. Any other point? Financial reporting, is it not? Financial reporting and transparency. That is a role that a finance manager has towards the government. Financial transparency, financial reporting, providing accurate and transparent financial reports to regulatory authorities, and that includes preparing financial statements in accordance with accounting standards and ensuring that the information presented is true, the information presented is fair. Financial reporting. Number 4, can I have another point? Another point from the members? Compliance, we may have customs and duties. Compliance. Apart from the regulations, the laws relating to maybe statute or any other laws from the regulators, they may also need to comply with customs and duties. Now, that is if applicable. If applicable, there is that aspect of ensuring compliance with customs procedures, the finance manager has to ensure that the company complies with the customs and duties procedures for international trade, and accurate reporting and adherence to customs procedures that are essential for avoiding legal issues and ensuring smooth business operations. You understand? 5, public policy advocacy. That is a role that a finance manager may have towards the government. What do I mean? That means engaging in public policy discussions that relate to financial matters, that relates to taxation, that relates to economic policies, and so on. So finance managers, candidates, may participate in industry associations to advocate for policies that support the organization's interests and economic growth. 6, government audits. That's another role that is related to government. Government audits. Government audits. That means these are just government or cooperating. Okay? Cooperate. The finance manager is required to cooperate with government audits and investigations. And one way is by ensuring that documentations, documentations and records are maintained. Okay? So one way to cooperate with government auditors or government audits is to ensure that the finance manager maintains records and documentation that can be readily accessed in the event of an audit, ensuring that there is compliance with regulations. There is also something to do with the talking about compliance. There is the aspect of bribery, let me call it anti-corruption and bribery compliance. Anti-corruption and bribery compliance. There are laws, candidates, in relation to anti-corruption and bribery. So here, the finance manager is required in executing this role towards the government to implement. Is required to implement anti-corruption and bribery laws. You understand? Implementing and monitoring anti-corruption bribery policies. The finance manager should work to ensure that the organization conducts its business ethically and complies with anti-corruption and bribery laws. You understand? So compliance, here we have compliance with tax laws, compliance with regulations, we have customs and duties compliance, then we have anti-corruption and bribery compliance. You understand? So these are just 7. There could be more.